Welcome to CIOTV.live, an initiative of Accent Info Media and a sister concern of Enterprise IT World. This episode of CIO Talk is powered by Beam Software, a leading backup solution provider. Today, my guest is Mr. Parna Ghosh, Vice President and Group CIO, MINDA Group. He's a leading IT architect behind the organizational IT strategy. Mr. Ghosh, good morning and warm welcome to you.
Good morning, Sanjay. Thank you so much for the introduction.
Let us start with a quick backgrounder of your company, a brief about MINDA.
As you know, MINDA is in the space of auto ancillaries, and this organization is operating in the market for last 60 plus years. The current turnover is around 7,200 crores, and this organization spans across geographies like India, Southeast Asia, Europe, and America. And we deal into products like switches, horns, lamps, lights, casting wheels. Around 28 product lines we have. We also have a strong line of business in terms of electronics and e-mobility solutions. So say for an example, telematic solution, reverse parking sensors, and many other stuff, info media, infotainments. So I think these are the solutions we have, and we cater to all the large OEMs in the market in India and as well as in other geographies. So and we have a strong R&D presence. We have an advanced engineering center in Pune. We are working with all the top leading auto manufacturers in the world and trying to build solutions jointly for the ecosystem to be built in and around in the mobility sector.
So under your leadership, the company has gone into a digital transformation journey. Would you throw some light on that? How has been your journey so far?
So I joined this organization 4 years back, and since then we have started the journey starting with S4 HANA transformation. So first project we did was building the digital core. We understood that the digital core is a platform on which the entire digital journey will depend upon. So first we developed, or I will say, implemented the S4 HANA application, and followed by we collaborated with the supplier portal. Then we looked at supply chain automation, followed by HR transformation, then finance transformation. Now our major focus in last 1 year is manufacturing transformation. So in the manufacturing shop floor, as you know, during pandemic, a lot of issue happened in respect to the manufacturing and supply chain both. So our endeavor is to look at how we can digitally connect the manufacturing processes across the organization, as we have 79 locations and 60 plus plants across the globe. Our endeavor is to digitally connect all the manufacturing processes, the shop floor processes, quality processes, the customer requirements, the customer related processes into a single framework to deliver better services to the customers.
So it's the industry 4.0 that you are aggressively trying to embrace. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Part of that is your BCP, business continuity planning. What has been so far? As you uttered the word pandemic, it has shattered many industries from the cybersecurity point of view and remote working point of view also.
Okay, so let me give you a flavor of what we have done. Our 90% of the applications are in cloud today, and all the applications are having a business continuity planning, starting with your platforms like the Microsoft Teams or Office 365, or all our other portals which we are using in the cloud. Now, for the 10% of the applications which are on premise, one of the biggest is SAP, second is PLM, and third is our dashboards. So SAP systems, we have already the business continuity plan, or I will say the disaster recovery management system, which is in Bangalore today. And for PLM and the dashboards, we have planned it in the next financial year. As far as availability of services is concerned, during the pandemic, all our 4,000 workforce who are white collars were able to connect to the systems through the cloud systems, as I have already shared with you. and they were digitally connected with each other, with the customers, with the suppliers, with internally, and we were able to provide the services and products on time to the customer. So I think from that point of view, we are in a better shape at this point of time in terms of the availability of the services. So this is what we have done so far. And next financial year, we are also looking at disaster recovery sites and business continuity planning for product lifecycle management and the dashboards, which is in Tableau.
What is there in Veeam software that you are using? Is it better than others? What's it?
Veeam, we have some instances of Veeam from the backup point of view. Currently, our strategy is to do the backup solutions on premise. But in next 1 or 2 years, our plan is to completely move the backup services on cloud. So that is what we are looking at. So we have pretty decent instance of Veeam in terms of the backup solutions, but it's currently hybrid. So we have Veeam, we have multiple other solutions as well. But we will do some kind of consolidation as we have 69 locations and such a huge distributed environment. So it is not that easy, to do a consolidation on the fly. But our plan and endeavor is to go into backup services on cloud. And by the way, we are going to be one of the few companies in the auto ancillary space who are a cloud first company. That means whatever we are delivering or developing today, new applications, everything is cloud ready. So we have a strategy called two-pronged strategy. One is called cloud ready infrastructure and mobile ready application. So any application we develop has to be mobile ready. Any infrastructure we are trying to deliver will be cloud ready. So this is what we are working towards, and Veeam is one of our partners into this scenario.
All right. Now you said that you are going into the 4.0 manufacturing space, and AI/ML plays a very big role. Also, bot services in different space, maybe backend at the ERP level, at the front end also, as you call it, chatbots. So to what extent you are utilizing? What has been your experience? What are the projects that around AI/ML and chatbot services that you are planning or you already have?
Okay. So, Sanjay, it's a very big subject. And let me tell you, we are in a very nascent phase at this point of time, a very elementary or a basic phase at this point. So, AI/ML, we are exploring in many areas. I'll give you some examples or use cases. One, we are trying to do it for our, the customer order management system. So there we are trying to use big data and AI/ML services to understand what is the pattern of our intake by the customers. As you know, we are into the B2B space, and we are not into a kind of a push sales kind of a scenario. It's everything is driven by the OEMs. So in that scenario, we want to understand what is the patterns they have, what kind of the intakes, or I will say the customer market requirements are changing, how the patterns are changing, what kind of products are coming up in the market, what kind of demand is coming from the end user. So this is one area we are working. Second area we are working AI/ML is on the supply chain side. So trying to understand which suppliers are delivering the right products and services and quality to the organization. Which suppliers are going through a bankruptcy situation, because in this pandemic many suppliers are having financial crisis. So we want to also understand that aspect, like who are having this kind of issues, and take appropriate actions on that. This is one of the use cases we are working in. Manufacturing, we are trying to understand, trying to do failure mode effect analysis. So which are the products which are prone to failures, or we are trying to implement visual analytics, and at the back end we have AI/ML working on that. One live use case which we have is for the social distancing and facial recognition. We already have implemented for 20,000 plus employees in the whole group, and that is basically on the attendance and touchless attendance, and also facial recognition. And at the back end, some artificial intelligence software is running, which understands what kind of person is going, access control and attendance is captured. And also in the shop floor, if there is any social distancing violation happening, it automatically gives an alert through the machine learning system, and you can easily take immediate action into that location. So these are the use cases currently we are working. Apart from that, we are trying to find out use cases in terms of infrastructure management, trying to understand in terms of security analytics. So I think these are the new areas which will be coming up, I believe, in 2021. And these will open up a lot of new avenues for the vendors as well as for the IT organizations as a whole. So I think AIML has a huge potential in transforming the IT for the next 10 years for sure.
All right. Now, chatbot bot services particularly has been extensively used by the IT leaders, especially in the ERP space. You already have SAP HANA. So, are you using bot services to eliminate some errors, manual entry errors, or something like that?
So, Sanjay, we have done two POCs with two large organizations who are the major players in the bot market, basically for RPA services. So one is for the accounts receivables, and another is for the accounts payable. So as you know, we have the one of the largest process in automotive is procure to pay process. So entire P2P process we are trying to automate without any manual intervention. And the second thing which we are trying to do is on the accounts receivable process. So when we do the invoicing to the customer, the complete invoicing process we will do automation. So any customer who is in the green channel or the order is confirmed, the stock is available, the billing will happen automatically without any manual intervention. Also, when the receivable, the amount is sent by the customer, it will search from the bank site and it will download the information and post the payable entries into the SAP system. So this complete process we are looking at as a end-to-end process for automation. One more process I will just share with you is we have not done any POC, but we are planning to do is in the payroll side. Once the employee is present for all the days and his absenteeism is marked and his leaves are accounted, the payroll will run automatically for the employees and the bank transfer will also happen automatically without any kind of a manual intervention by finance or HR. So this is one of the another third areas we are going to work out. But RPA has many more potentials in the shop floor as well. We have still not explored, but hopefully in the next financial year we'll be exploring some new features in RPA. But overall, I think AIML and RPA both are into our pipeline in our strategy roadmap, and we will be implementing those solutions in the next financial year.
So that's intelligence automation, including three things. Okay. Next is that this pandemic for last 9 to 10 months, you must have seen so many organizations have been hacked. So many organizations have been attacked by ransomware. So you have been very carefully, safeguarded your organization. What has been your very quickly overall strategy from a cybersecurity point of view?
Okay. So before the pandemic, we had actually rolled out the very important thing called data loss prevention or data leakage prevention solution, which is DLP. But currently we have done it for the engineering team. Our major intellectual property lies with the engineering or the R&D teams, which has the drawings, designs, and customer requirements and everything. So that was our first requirement, and we have a very good control into that environment. Second thing, what we have done is we have implemented a solution called Secure FTP, so Secure File Transfer Protocol solution. So any product, any attachment you have to send outside the organization to suppliers, to customers, to anybody, collaborators, joint venture partners, you have to use SFTP. You cannot use any other solution like Google Drive or SkyDrive or something like that. That is completely banned. Third thing which we have done is since all the workforce was working remotely, and around 4,000 people we are supporting, so who are all working from home, we have immediately installed a solution from a kind of a solution which is basically doing employee productivity monitoring and security monitoring. So I think these are the three things on top of my mind. It came apart from the normal antivirus and anti-spams and other things we were there. It's not that we were not attacked. In fact, we were attacked. 2-3 machines in the entire duration of 8 months got affected, but we were able to contain the problems very fast. We had some botnet attacks, some kind of phishing attacks into our environment. We were able to prevent that. Another last point I will highlight is we have around 60 plus firewalls in the group, because every location has a firewall, and it's not easy to patch and manage those firewalls remotely. So what we have done is we have also gone into a SOC service, so Security Operations Center service. And that SOC team is actually managing all our firewalls remotely. So there we have a huge advantage in terms of managing security remotely as well as very efficiently. And that is one of the reasons we were better prevented, I will say. I will not say 100% prevented, but better prevented in the pandemic during the pandemic environment.
All right. So any new projects that you are planning to roll out in the future times? Of course, you
Uh, as I
said couple
told,
of. Hmm.
as I
Yeah.
told you, in infrastructure, we are heavily going into SOC and NOC services, completely going for remote infrastructure management is one big project, strategic project. Second strategic project is 100% on cloud. Third is, the backup services and other services on cloud. Security on cloud. I mean, security is one of the areas which are predominantly, if you see in the industries, are all on premise. But right now we are planning to completely move security from from the on-premise to a cloud environment. There we are trying to build the complete solution in such a manner so that we don't have any kind of I will say requirement on premise. Second thing is why we are doing this, because now security has become borderless. Earlier it was more of the enterprise boundary, and
Hmm.
how what to prevent, how to prevent. Now it is not possible. The employees are working from home, they're going to their native places, it can be anywhere. So when people are working from anywhere, anytime, and a kind of a scenario, you need to have borderless, very strong security services and a very strong surveillance system so that
Hmm.
we manage the solutions very well. In the application space, as I already shared with you, we are working closely with the manufacturing and operations team for complete shop floor digitization and digitalization, I will say, with industry 4 and other solutions in place. And supply chain is also the next focus area for the organization.
All right, we are hearing a lot of around discussions around budget being squeezed, contraction. Of course, it was a scenario 2 months back. I think it is 3 to 6 months prior to this. Today, it was there. That scenario was there. Do you also face similar kind of thing? Your CFO or CIO CEO says that Mr. Ghosh. The budget has been constrained for this quarter and you have to manage this with the same budget for the next quarter.
See, what happened, Sanjay, is just when the pandemic started, we were left with nothing actually. The
Hmm.
auto industry is in a stretched condition for last 2 years almost. Before pandemic also, auto was not doing well. So anyway, we had a stretched budget in the beginning of the pandemic. And after pandemic, whatever projects we had taken, all were cut down to zero. So we had only budgets for paying salaries, and also there was a cut in the salary. As you know, every company was having some, salary cuts and stuff like that. We also had the same thing, and the AMCs. These are the only two components we had. But fortunately, one thing happened is our organization is also going through a people transformation project, which is called OBT, or Organization Business Transformation. Due to this OBT, there is a big restructuring, or I will say transformation happening in the entire HR space and the organization space. And because of that, we got a lot of budgets to do digitization and digitalization. So whatever I have told so far is basically the impact of the OBT, or the business transformation project, which has actually impacted in our, the IT budget. So one side we got a cut, and on the other hand we got budgets, but those are all objective based and delivery based, or I will say uh, I mean, result based. So these are not some simply just you take budget and whatever you do, we don't bother. No, these are all result based. So we have the KPIs in place. So whatever is requested by us, we are trying to adhere to those, and we are trying to also achieve those outcomes. What is expected from us from those the spend. So that is what we are now able to do the digitization as a whole. But overall, if you see, the traditional budget has been cut by 35 to 40% almost.
All right. Do you have any piece of advice for your peer group or the budding CIOs, those who are going through a tough time?
My only suggestion to everyone is don't look at capex investment at this point of time. Capex will be a very serious
Mm.
challenge. Every organization is struggling with cash, and when cash is is an issue, then obviously capex investments will face a lot of challenges. So look at opex investments, look at cloud in a very big way. Don't look at your constraints. Say for an example, my team was telling me, So security cannot be moved into cloud. Not possible. I mean, why? Why not possible? When everything is moving to cloud, security can also move to cloud. And then we had the solutions in place. So don't, look at the constraints in your current scenarios. Look beyond that. This is one second suggestion. And the third one I will say is look at digital transformation from a outcome based model. Don't look at digital transformation just for the sake of doing digitalization. I think that will not do any kind of value addition, and at the end of the day the organization leadership might look at these things as wastage of money. So if you link this thing with outcomes, business outcomes, whether it is revenue, whether it is bottom line improvement, whether it is employee productivity improvement or any other things, I think that will really help you in getting budgets as well as getting the right perspectives with respect to IT in the organization. I have seen like the respect to IT has gone many folds during this pandemic just because of the kind of support every IT organization has given to their users because of the Zooms and Teams and Googles and all the other platforms, which really supported everyone to be connected. So I think IT has immense power. It can show immense power. Only thing is you have to bang the right point at the right time. I think if that can happen, I believe we have a lot of things to do. And our leadership is also perceiving IT as a very important function in the organization at this point of time. So digital transformation is going to continue for next full decade. So we have a lot of opportunities. The jobs are safe. I believe there is no challenge to face in the coming days. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Prana Ghosh, Vice President and Group CIO, MINDA Group. You spared a lot of time and spoke to us. Be safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you and Happy New Year to you, Sanjay.